Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Santa Anita Park here on Sunday. It is the 9th of February 2025. Gonna look the seventh race from Santa Anita, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it around the world. Let's look at the seventh race from Santa Anita. It is a Sweet Life Stakes. It's going for a purse of $100,000, raced for 3-year-olds here, 3-year-old fillies to be exact. Field of 10 horses going to the Hillside Turf Course. The distance of ground of 1,300 meters, or about 6.5 furlongs down the Hillside Turf Course. Going to take the three-horse Schleifield as a top selection. I'm going to go 3-5-7-9 in the superfecta. 3-5-7-9 super. Top selection, three-horse Schleifield or Skyfield, whatever the hell the horse is. This three-year-old filly by Mendelssohn. Patrick Gallagher trains. Hector Barrios gets the mount. They ran the horse most recently, about 3 weeks ago on the 24th of January at Santa Anita, a mile and option under claimer, and he finished third by 1.5 lengths that day. And he stalked that day. He'd lead for a split portion, but then he just kind of yielded. I think going through his cycles, I think he's the kind of horse that's going to love the Hillside Turf Course. Just can't get 6.5 down the oval 6 furlongs that they have locally at Santa Anita. Just can't get a mile 6.5. That's the Goldilocks zone for this horse. Coming to it today, should see a strong pace close up into, and he's run well. I'm going to use him here. He ran two back in the Blue Northern at Santa Anita 1 mile opening weekend, and he finished second by 1.25 lengths that day. And had a bit of a trouble trip, well, a little traffic trouble. He moved a little bit late. I don't know if he's going to win either way, but still, I thought it was a decent race. It was definitely an improvement off the Jimmy Durante at Del Mar over the mile. And at the end of November, where he finished eighth by 5.75 lengths that day, and he had a bit of traffic trouble that day, and he just wasn't comfortable on that narrow turf course. He won going 6.5 locally in the main specialway in October, won by 3.25 lengths. He had a very wide trip, but he really took off clear. It was a very strong run. He's training quite well on the Tapeta since his most recent races. Coming here to 6.5 down the hill, I'm going to use him on the ticket. I think the 5-horse Casula for Bob Baffert and Flavia and Quinn also. Not very often you see Bob have runners on the turf. Only 9%, he's 55 horses running on turf. 9%, not the strongest numbers. And they do get overbet 93 cents to the dollar. But and at turf sprints 8%. But this horse, he won the Blue Northern here at San Antonio back in December quite nicely by 1.25 lengths from a tracking trip, from a wide tracking trip. It really came home clear. Prior to the Jimmy Durante, not a bad race in the feed. And then if you just look over the dirt and turf numbers, the turf numbers are actually a lot better for this horse, which is unusual for a Baffert horse. Coming here to back and trip, I think she can find a trip game. Flamming up doesn't help. It helps quite a bit also. 7 to 5, I'll use her here, but just keep an eye on those Baffert numbers on turf. They're not as strong as the dirt ones. But to recap my selection for the 7 from Santa Anita, it is the Sweet Life. Going to take the 3-horse Slyfield. Give kudos to the 5-horse Casula. 3-5-7-9 Super, 3-5 in the multi race. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.